Just going inverted, like, bam! Getting those huge airs and just having a blast.
Huge airs. Honestly, it's crazy. Huge airs. Oh, what up, Stu? I'm doing great, Abu. What about you? Just gotta get all the chats up, of course. Oh, interesting. It popped up as like a floating chat. I forgot how to... I don't remember how to get this back. How do I get this back as a regular chat item? Or a regular floating window? I forgot how to do this. Manager of memory will do me no good. I have no memories. Floating? I forget this button every time. Space. Control super space. There we go. Nice. Control super space. I gotta remember that because that's actually kind of a nice option. I probably should be using this every once in a while. It's actually a good idea. Control super space. Yeah, floating options. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Ed. Appreciate it. 90% of a master season in one day, Abba. Could you check some React today? Well, it's only because we're gonna write OCaml instead. So I'm trying to figure out what the heck are React server components. And can we make them do cool things in OCaml? And can we steal some of these ideas and also do them in from that Leo's got as well? Maybe we don't have to actually do React server components themselves. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm not sure. Back sound name. Are you asking sound?
Mary Kate and Ashley.
Uh-oh. What happened?
Mary Kate and Ashley.
It had to re-request the refresh token.
Mary Kate and Ashley. I was 8 when I met Mary Kate. That was actually the same day that I met
I worked 2 jobs
Ashley.
I've been working on a long time ago. Oh, nice. Nice, Abu. That's good. It's good to hear. So how did Leo get this working with sidewinder? I did want to check this out. We'll explore what Leo did as well. Do I have trail? No, I don't. Trail. All right, we'll test this out and see if we can get this to work. Because I want to check out the sidewinder shenanigans here, chat. That was pretty fast, actually. It must share. That is actually feeling pretty good. Nice. YouTube X. Hello. Hi. Nice. Oh, interesting. So this is the JavaScript that he's doing. Got it. He's just writing raw JavaScript but hiding it in OCaml. Very smart.
Okay. Ask me what 9 times F is. It's
77. Something like this. Serverless componentless components. Yeah, well, I have a secret project that I'm not going to tell you guys about yet because it's the thing in November. or related to the thing in November, I should say, is probably more correct, that we're doing with terminal. But in the meantime, we're exploring how feasible it is to do part of it. Marimba course. Dang it. How did you guess? Surprise ruined. Dang it. Stow! Came here to lure NBIM, seeing you work. Nice. All right, so I still don't know H to mol. So all this is the problem here. This right here is the problem. Everybody's got their own HTML representation or intermediate representation kind of shenanigans here. In the sense that how...
I do love the taste.
Oh, what up, Bassy? How could I make it so that like these two things could share a world? Or is it not even necessary? We're making PHP with this one. Oh yeah. They really hate Rust nowadays. I think it's just they hate that people say Rust will fix all of your problems and also make you a good person. I think that's the frustration. What's up, Sammy? Yo, what's up, Jojo? It's good to see you. Okay, so I mean, I'm following what's going on here, right? It's like, okay, function, match, adder, event, name, FN handler. Okay. MS Prime Rust streams. He just did one. Though. So, okay, so I think I'm following what, like, Leo's idea for this was, right? Which is basically like, okay. Do we have Bazaar? Here, we'll also download this. What's up, Harsh? Jordan, good to see you. Good to see everybody in YouTube chat today. So index live MLX, not this one. That's not the interesting one. Handle action, render state. What's up, Yaddle? Counters, hash table. Counter, render, status state, map action. What the heck? Where is this coming from? Dylan, Mulroy, Dave, Dave.
Actually, my favorite.
I'm trying to one. We're getting things fixed in what was I gonna say? Oh, we're getting things fixed in React docs. We're reporting bugs. Several fixes from yesterday's stream. Somebody did after I just complained about them online. So that's number one. We're helping the community, obviously. How do I make the buffer bar thicker and brighter in NVim? I don't remember. Number two is, Dave, I'm trying to understand what the heck is happening with server reason React versus Reactor versus Bazaar versus Sidewinder versus all these other ones. What is going on? So that's what I'm trying to figure out, because there's too many things for me to understand. It was just a random thing Leo made a while ago. I don't think he's done anything with it since he got this doing something. We're replacing Next.js with OCaml. Don't tell Dylan, guys. He just subscribed. Okay, we cannot be taking his job. Map action. Like, what the heck is this? Map action? It must be from Sidewinder. Map action. Oh, actions. Makes a what is this? What did he make here? Oh, I see. I gotcha. Well, JS is the new assembly. Thank you. I'm hoping that's gonna catch on. I'll just tweet it again just so everybody knows. JavaScript is the new assembly. You heard it here first. Boom. I've been saying it, but I want to get the credit. I need the receipts. Dylan forgot that he wasn't in Neovim anymore. Gonna go and ratio that tweet. Good luck. Actually, hurts my soul knowing you're not wrong. Yeah. We'll just go back to this really quick. Look at this. This is looking amazing. We'll pin this one because we don't want to pin yesterday's stream, obviously. Where am I? What did I just do? If you don't understand what I mean, consider TypeScript is just a fake language that compiles to JavaScript, and that instead we could pick good languages for this task instead. This is a pretty good banner, right? Thank you. I forgot who made this, but pretty good. Pretty good. Are you using snake case for naming things rather than camel case? It uses both, depending on the thing. I'd rather C++ if JavaScript was both assembly and C. Exactly.
I'm sexy and I know it.
Nice. Yeah, I forgot who did this. I should have given attribution for this, but I couldn't think of it. Think we'll ever see a new language that replaces JS? That's literally my point. You don't even need to. I'll like this Bedro just for you, buddy. I'll like my own, obviously. You don't need to replace JavaScript. You just write something that can compile the JavaScript. What the heck? Coffee script. Thank you, you're right. Like coffee scripts. Here we go. Now we can send this over to Prime.
So everything inside of here.
Oh, light mode.
So let me get this straight. You create a function that's safe, and then every last part of it is unsafe from there on out. Well, actually, if you write C++ at all, it's actually unsafe. So you
This is a funny part to come in. We'll catch him after the article. We'll catch him after the article. We'll catch him after the article, chat. You have to do a mocha, yeah. Okay, interesting. Still not sure I understand exactly how Leo did this. Could have been Dart. True. Okay, so Dave. What of these are things that people should use? A other question that I'd like to suggest to you. Hear me out. You don't have to take this one. I would change the org name. ML in Barcelona, every time I see this, I think it's like you and your friends hanging out at a meetup and making random projects that they don't care about. It needs to be like react.ml or like something like this. Give it a real official sounding name. do a poll onto what the name should be, I would name it react.ml. That's what I would do. Great. It sounds like a meetup. We already have Bassie's approval. ML in Barcelona is crazy cool. Now, did I say it wasn't cool? I've been to Barcelona 3 times. 3, count them. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm practically fluent in Catalan, okay? So I'm a Barcelona native. You want to be on the org, you just need to ask. I'm just saying, ML Barcelona sounds like a meetup, okay? All I can love right now. But these are legit tools. Look at this. Instead of adding each other's collaboration, auto creates this order, remove that hassle. How many words per minute in Catalan? 150. Is Messi a maintainer? That's pretty funny. I'm just telling you. I can't tell if you're serious about the repos based on the names. Once again, I agree. Javier plus Dave, best combo. Once again, you have my support. You have my support. Did you learn in the marimba in Barcelona? I actually taught Barcelona about the marimba, believe it or not. In a previous life. Actually, okay, let me finish server components and we'll think about the org name. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Because there's a new org. Nice. What's the new org gonna be? And can it not be 37 different repos? Utopia ML. See, that's much better. This is at least like a thing. That's a better name. This looks like a real thing. You're like, okay, I could believe that you're trying to build something here. That's reasonable. I like it. I like it. Utopia may sound a bit pretentious. Good. Good. Okay, cool. Nice. So that brings me to this question. Utopia sound a bit pretentious. The org description. It's just the icon is just 2 eyes looking down. Oh my goodness. Server reason preact. Dang. Diablo, did you mean, or did I type course? Wrongly? No. Course. There you go. My course is live on boot.dev, by the way, chat. Is he done with this yet? No. 5-minute video. We'll need to come back in 35 minutes. Okay, so Dave, here's some questions that I've got. Okay? Here's some questions I'm trying to understand. Let me go back to this repo. Okay. Dave questions. Okay, I'll write them here. Whoops. What do I want to do? No, I want to go to README. Can we share? Well, maybe it's, I don't really know. The first question is, I have div like this. This gets transformed into like question mark all the time. MLX does what with this? MLX always does what? So we need to go remind ourselves and go look at MLX. Remember this. Did it work? I don't know. This gets turned into this. Okay. Except instead of header, it says div, and then it has no children. Like this. Let's wait till next stream. Oh, well, if that, That's all. You want to just test it quick? Everyone can have their theme songs back for today. Okay.
Two, we need to raise money.
I put all our money in Bitcoin. We're good. Cool.
Nice. Course free except interaction stuff. Yes, it should be. And I think there's a few chapters that are free anyways. So then, okay, right. So then we have, this is phase 1, right? This is MLX, okay? Or maybe we'll do MLX. Then phase 2. I should put this as more like this as well. Otherwise, it's going to get confused. Okay. All right. Phase 2. We have this shenanigans here. And then this gets turned into something else depending on what PPX you're using. PPX
but let Dan
could
Vale
be
say
something
weird
like
things.
React create element div children, something like this, right? So there's different ones. So it'd be like React reason React PPX. One other thing. Pish posh. Why is reason in the name? Right? Just throwing it out there. OCaml's way better. I'm just gonna get Dave really mad today. First I insult Barcelona. Yeah, I feel like it's a little. So here's goal. Make it so ridiculously utopic that it's not even funny. Thank you, Koba. That's what I was thinking. Writing OCaml should be cool and understandable. Saying reason but works in OCaml, much confusing for noobs. Plus, I want to kill reason anyway. Okay? I'll just be honest. Personal preference, but objectively correct. Okay? I got kicked from ML and BCN. Reason is so vague, doesn't describe anything. Reason is reason ML, the syntax front end. I think MLX, reason. Once again, not even a preference, just obviously correct. Okay, in this case, just obviously true. If I wanted to write bad TypeScript, I would just write TypeScript. It would be bad all by itself. Am I taller than Prime? No. He's about 2 inches taller than I am. Can I join your MLX startup when it starts or ups? Of course. PPTX, like PowerPoint. Oh, I thought you were going PowerPoint extension. But I'm with you. I'm with you now as well. Okay, hypothetically, could we, what other, it's like, okay, so you've got Svelte. Is there anything cool going on in the front end ecosystem that's not React? Like Svelte would be too hard, I feel like. We can't count Svelte. That's like impossible. Too hard for what? To do this strategy of compiling OCaml to it. Solid JS. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just exploring here. Just to get Dave tilted, obviously. Except I'm also interested to understand what's happening. Compiling OCaml to Svelte would be a workaround. That's kind of what I was feeling as well. Doesn't seem like it's a good idea. That's what I was feeling as well. This is just silly. All right, well, we'll spend 3 hours on it. Thinking of leaving right now. Watch this. Fork.
Okay? Ask me what 9 times F is.
Do I not have it
25.
starred? Now I'm leaving. True, good point. Good point. Watch? Never. Benchtown played twice. Yeah, we restarted it because Priv got a new one. I let him play it twice today. Star it. True, good point. Star this right now. Make an issue. Kind of, you know, like new issue. Kind of confused. Is this a real project? Wait, is it playing again? Oh no, that's me again now. Right, oh no. I thought yours was playing again, Banky. I don't think I am ready to learn what the heck solid is as well. Well, obviously, I'm a tier 3 subscriber to myself, KekW. You can see, you can hover over my thing. It says tier 3 subscriber. That's just how Twitch gives you. Solid is not React. I'm aware. I'm aware of this. I'm just, I know this. Are you in your indie hacky era? The opposite. I don't live anywhere close to Indianapolis. Especially when Jace likes things, but you don't create stay with you state, you create something called signals. Right. I actually know that. Believe it or not, I've heard of signals before. Believe it or not. Interesting. I don't know. We're not going to look at this today. I'm going to get too confused. Yeah, of course. Of course. Yeah. We're gonna stick here. I'm just trying to understand the state of things. But so there's also HTML of JSX. Is that what was the other one? HTML of JSX. Star this one too. Sorry, Dave. Not sure what era you are in now. I said I'm not in my indie hacker era. I don't live anywhere close to Indianapolis. The joke is probably not as funny round 2 for chat, though. So, there you go. Chat can spam KekW if you like it, though. Use the same dish, but designed for the server. So, one of the things that was... I don't know that I think it's bad or good. I don't know yet. It was pretty funny, in my opinion. Thank you. Oh, my goodness. Wait, now Nullerino's back. I'll say the joke the 3rd time. Here you go. You asked, are we in your indie hacker era? I said, no, I'm not. I don't live anywhere close to Indianapolis. There you go. 3rd time's the charm. So, yeah. Okay, so the thing I was confused about here is that this one uses class, right? To set the class. Does it not even... That's what I thought I saw. Haha! India hacking. I would never want to try and hack a government. Bad plan. But this does class? My stream is frozen now. Ugh. Okay, so this was the thing that I was... Right, so this one uses class. The other one uses class name. I'm having a nightmare. Getting paid on Friday, so I can be irresponsible with my money. Nice. Is OCaml meta? Sure is. It's a meta language. The thing that I feel like is kind of a bummer for this. No React items, no class name, no h4, no on change. Right, that was where I was looking before. Because I actually used this. Does it not feel like it kind of sucks that this one uses class like this? Is React meta? Get it? Because Facebook made it. True, true. Or am I just being dumb? People writing JSX are used to JSX. I take class over class name. Hear me out. Sub icon's tripping me out. Well, wait till you've been subbed for a long time. Hear me out. Why doesn't MLX... Separate question. I don't know if I spelled separate right. Why doesn't MLX go like this? MLX. Let's... Why don't we just have MLX take class equals something like this? And then just... Oh, do I need to change this to OCaml.mlx? I don't know. Dave is right here. Oh, nice. This is what I was going to say. Right? This would be so then like the PPX. Oh, well, there's no way to control this right now. All props are reserved keywords. I know that part. I know why it can't be this. I was saying that we just turn it to class. Right? That this would just get turned into... Would actually be, you know, like div class or whatever. You'd be able to turn it. It's just Rizzo's comment. Riz what? But the mapping isn't obvious. React 19 compile and OCaml when? Well, you just compile OCaml to JavaScript and then you're done. Prime is mad. Prime is mad. What? Wait, why is Nightshade spamming? Nightshade, what are you doing? Am I getting in trouble? What? What? Why is Nightshade? Are you getting me in trouble? Hello? Nightshade, are you getting me in trouble? What the heck? Nightshade? Hello? What's happening? I don't know. I wasn't... Oh, do I need to send you something? Oh, this one. Here you go. There you go. Oh, he's gonna knock on my door? I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. Hello? Knocking? I knocked on his door, chat. I knocked on his door. I don't know what's going on. Hello? I knocked.
Hold on.
I knocked on your door.
Like, OCaml is actually my favorite.
What is going on with OBS
We
again?
just become best friends. Yep.
Hello, OBS?
Hey, Co girl. Oh, Go Girl, did you give a hey?
Oh, hey, Prime, what's up?
Hey, okay, so what's up?
I don't know. Nightshade was Nightshade was spamming. I literally don't know what's going on.
Okay, I love you.
Okay, wait. I do have one tweet you can look at though. Here you go. You can look at this one. And then you said you needed to knock anyways to resend your notification. So I think that worked, right?
I hate Nightshade, dude, sometimes.
Honestly, not. I don't know what's going on.
I don't even get it. What's this tweet supposed to mean?
Well, just read all of them. I've got a whole thread going on.
But I can't. This is Twitter. I read the first one, and if I don't get it, I'm out.
That makes sense. I'm surprised you read the first one at all.
You could have just said, "I'm surprised you read."
True. That'd be a good point too. It's a solid answer.
All right. JavaScript is the new assembly. You heard it here first. If you don't understand what I mean, consider TypeScript as just a fake language that compiles to JavaScript, and that instead, we should pick good languages for this task instead. Wait, what? I'm just gonna do that, like CoffeeScript. I don't know what we're talking about.
Well, I thought you would just like it because it had CoffeeScript at the end.
I do love the CoffeeScript turnaround, but the payout doesn't make any sense with everything that happened beforehand.
I'm saying
the payout's great.
I'm saying JavaScript is a compilation target, and like people should treat it as such. Like if you're gonna already have building, like just pick a good language to compile to JavaScript, right? Like there's already a bunch of tooling for bundling, minify. It's literally like JavaScript is LLVM. Right? Like it's an assembly target. We're just going to target it as a compilation thing and pretend it doesn't happen. And then why are we writing TypeScript? TypeScript sucks. Just pick a good language like OCaml. That's my point. It wasn't that exciting. I was just going to send you the tweet for the CoffeeScript turnaround. That was it. And then Nightshade was spamming. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know what's going on. I can see that you're eating. I can see that you're yapping. Okay. Yep, he's gone. He left. He left, chat. He left. He thinks he's pretty funny. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I know he left. I'm aware. I'm aware. I saw that he wasn't there anymore, but I was just making fun of him for a while. I don't know why Nightshade got me in trouble. Thanks, Nightshade. Appreciate that one, bud.
Very good. You give me so much at one time.
Okay,
yes,
how
I
is
do.
it possible that this... Control, use customer image, shut down for some not available. Weird. Okay. When is the next episode startup dropping? We're currently writing it right now.
Thinking that it happened overnight. Didn't. In it for the long haul flight. Committed.
CoffeeScript was/is OG. Yep. So question, I believe it. Are looking at React 18 or 19? Yes. Okay, Dave, are you still here? Oh, Code Girl. Hey, thank you. Really in the memory management course. Nice. Okay, cool. Okay, so then you're saying here, then how, you're right. So how would we get looks lm div make l mdiv v
Made properly tail recursive, like OCaml is actually my favorite.
Oh, I do kind of like this idea. Data A. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, I like that. It's not good what you want, but I need to work. Okay, you can go to work. That's fine. I'm reading. I'm just reading and exploring. You're good. You're good for now. For now. I thought we were just talking and hanging out. But if you have, I don't want to get in the way of your work. You multi-streamer? Indeed, I'm on X and YouTube. Server-less server components. It's where you write it in OCaml because you need less servers. You know what I mean? See, Dave. X.com, the everything application. The everything application. How about no servers? This generator should be entered people accepting for attributes. My master's thinking for an abstract over attributes as it is elements. The only problem with any of these so far is like, what do you do with like class? Everything, but it's only Twitter. Can X.com build me a web server in OCaml? It is right now. Check my live stream on X.com. We are talking hanging out, but I also have some IT support tickets I need to resolve right now. Can I change our in songs again? You just go theme song. You built anything to Oxygen and Allium? I have not. It seems interesting. We were looking at some of it yesterday. I've looked at it before. But to be honest, I am too confused about what's going on here. Wait, you made plenary? I didn't know that. Yeah. And telescope. Yep. I helped write a lot of Lua LSP. Wrote a bunch of Lua auto commands, a bunch of other Lua API interfaces. Yep. It's true. Seems like a decent MVC. Busted. So even templating package / engine. Yeah, we can do that. Thanks, Nolarino. Appreciate that. Where is use server? That's what we're gonna make. I have to learn Zig to continue contributing. That would be actually really fun. I would probably find a good PR to try and learn Zig on. It would be fun. How much you need to be paid to use Doom Emacs? I don't know. Bet gonna go build roll like 2 mode every time it updates a new library, so it's funny. Since they're 5 seconds, load them. Most of the time, I don't get DMCA'd. There's no cursing though. Like unironically, family-friendly stream. Use closure, dude. Electric, the hyperfiddle thing or whatever is cool. Yeah. It would be interesting. Before it's possible to refactor average. Let adder data this, adder. Let's name food data. This is interesting to think about. Like, what would be the solve for this? How does no one have a problem with manual memory? It doesn't have to be garbage collection. It can't. How does no one have a what? Have to be garbage collection. It can be ARC. Hate to tell you, but ARC is garbage collection. Like, it's literally just ref counting garbage collector. I don't understand your first part of the question, but like, it's just reference counting. So that is a form of garbage collection. Automatically. It's like the definition of garbage collection. No pass. Yes, there are multiple different ways that you can do garbage collection. Some of them include no passes, like reference counting, but reference counting has some severe deficiencies. For example, what do you do with cycles? So so now you're not just doing reference counting, now you're doing something else. Play Minecraft to practice the mining part. Okay, now you're talking. You mined them. I do really like this idea here of the only problem is it feels like this is gonna do so much extra work. I don't know. I wonder if this would let you pass a bunch of attributes together. It actually could be kind of nice. Yours be done via CLI? No, it's not. It can't be done via CLI. At least not yet. Maybe they'll figure out how to do that at some point, but not yet. It would be interesting to figure out, like, how would this work? Wall of text JPEG. What's that problem with data attributes? I'm just looking to... So, as we're doing this, we're also exploring other options. So, one of the things I'm trying to figure out right now, in the state of the OCaml landscape, we basically have this phase 1 here. This happens, MLX, we'll say compiler, right? But it's really just syntax rewriter. Okay? It takes this and moves it to here. Phase 2, then we have different, basically like JSX, we'll say processors. Okay? So they take this into something. We have Reason React PPX, we have this one. I think Andre has his own then in wherever Reactor is. Definitely. Prime's just a hater. He's just mad because he didn't get it right away. What can you do? Rewrite cycles yourself, but unlike with manual memory management, at least you don't have to worry about every alloc and free. Right. I still don't know the point that you're making. There are different strategies for different kinds of problems, and they work differently depending on what you're trying to solve. Is that part of roleplay? No, I was just wearing a hat today. Per server PPX. When I title change the whole vid to ASCII. Now we're talking. My head just stuck, to be honest. What are you guys talking about? I go months at a time forgetting that Swift and Objective-C exist. Yeah. Yeah. Test component. I wouldn't mind using Swift UI if I didn't have to use Xcode. Yeah, I don't know. I've never done anything with Apple stuff, so I have no idea. Div children JSX React DOM JSX React server React unsafe create element. Yeah. Oh, interesting, Jake. Yeah. Jordan. Yeah. I want to write a native script app. Oh, interesting. So clunky for literally no reason. Swift is cross-platform. You can run on Linux now. It doesn't have to be just for iOS apps. Yeah, but I'm not going to, I think. Producing HTML elements with props. Like, this is where I just feel like it's so confusing that we write this in substance. But I guess, like, this is... Does everybody in JavaScript, they always do class name, right? I guess one thing I'm wondering is class name for almost, is there, I don't, because you can't just write div like this, right? And go class equals something, or can you? Will this work, or does this break? You can. Well, then why does class name exist? ChatGPT. We'll ask ChatGPT. Surely this one's been solved already. Class is a reserved keyword. That's what I'm saying, right? Why do people write class name when JavaScripting? I think Grug will know. Let's use set or get an element CSS class. Okay, but why can't they just use class? It already rewrites the syntax tree. Class works in Vue. Because you can read it as an argument. I'm back. Who's Grug? AI. Class works in everything except React. So it's literally just React being like, kek w, we'll make everyone type class name. So they're going to rewrite the entire syntax tree. Bonus functions can read class and everything. I get that, but like, my thought would be, why not just, I'm already rewriting the entire syntax tree. Why not let you write class here and I switch it to be class name in the intermediate representation? Like this. How's Grug? Grug's doing great, yeah. Well, the technologist set the class element, use class name so it doesn't clash with class. Isn't bad? Chats are like 20 seconds delayed. That's why my comment seems so out of context. Grug is the AI anti-shifter. Yeah. Don't make logical questions. Well, see, but I'm trying to get everyone to agree on something in OCaml land. Wouldn't want React to confuse anyone. Okay, so using class name. So React picked using class name to not confuse anyone. But React server components don't need a server. My work here is done. Where can I learn C? Great question. If you are interested, you could check out my course on boot.dev, which just launched. Nice, Spinetta. Don't make logical questions. What would it rewrite to? Either you have to mind not clashing again, or it has to be unique and ugly. Well, why is it not that this gets transformed into React.create element div class name equals something, or however you would write this. I don't know how you'd write it in. Or just class. Oops. Ah! There we go. Like, that's what I would do. I would let you write this, and then you get this. A whole mark and sweep implementation. Indeed. I mean, a simple one. A simple one, but yeah. And you can't use class name. Yeah, that's fine. Just give them an error. Like, you already have a compiler. Just say no. I don't want to use class name. This is Berkeley Mono, yeah. That's like, my thought would just be like, just say no. Just be like, you can't do that. That seems totally fine to me. Oh no, dude. What is going on? Dude, I cannot tell you how many people thought this was real. Hawk 2 recently went viral for a base rant about VS Code. VS Code's not so open source nature. It's astonishing that people still think VS Code is fully open source when Microsoft's playing the oldest trick in the book, she said, exasperated. They released the base code under an open source license, sure, but the moment you want real functionality, like Python language servers or useful extensions, suddenly you're tied to the official proprietary build. She added that they even hide APIs for internal use only. It's a classic embrace, extend, extinguish strategy. People falling for it like 1999 all over again. Dude, I got a lot of people like, I can't believe that's real. That's crazy. That's crazy, dude. I might have to check out her podcast. Yo, what up, Toggle? Hey, Yogurt. Not to interrupt your train of thought, but React server components. Exactly. Teacher's doing free advert. Dude. Oh, my goodness. People fell for that one for real, though. Guten Morgen. What's up? Anyways. But, okay, so that's what I feel like. I feel like it should be like this. I feel like this is what should happen. But then, man, I wish I was memed into fame and money. You're just one stream away, Petri. You never know. Except I'll probably steal it if it's a good one. What's up, Dan? TGDV. React? Server? Components? Thanks, Shavero. Like to Twitch and not to click like 4 pop-ups about bits. Nice. What's that? Startup episode? Need a front-end dev episode? Don't worry. We have lots of stuff planned, chat. Read previous message, please. From Diablo. What did I miss? What did I miss? Trace file function comp class string. You also need a trace file function class string. No, it'd be anytime you wanted to have functions. Okay, I see what you're saying, right? Because you're saying, okay, we also have problem is like later we're gonna pass props and we're gonna say like let, you know, or okay, I see what you're saying. You know, like let my comp, and we're gonna say, okay, it could have class blah 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 do equals this, right? And you need to remember to do this. Thinking the most of things say if everyone puts a mic in front of me for 5 seconds. I'm not sure it's gonna work as well for you, Petri. No offense. I mean, I think you're a pretty handsome dude and everything. But I'm just throwing it out there. It might not do what you're hoping. Are you making OCaml framing that makes reactors my react through OCaml? Or am I just stupid and it's neither? It's both and neither and yes and no. macOS stream when? No thanks. So basically, I'm trying to figure out one, what the heck are React server components? Number 2, we already can take OCaml and we can compile it to JavaScript. And in fact, some really smart people like Mr. Dave SNX in chat have made this suspicious looking ML in Barcelona, but real project server and reason React, where a bunch of React server components, etc. They're already working for real. Trying to figure out the next week. We already sent out a few today, so I think we're on the right track. But so no, I'm trying to figure out, okay, my vision comes, let's go. So I'm trying to figure out one, there's probably not even ML Beach in Barcelona. I know that part's pretty true. Like, on the one hand, people are already writing stuff in MLX and things are happening. On the other hand, I would really like to see if we can figure out ways that more stuff can be shared between the different MLX peoples and like build things and whatnot, so that I can convince a bunch of people to actually like use OCaml to make websites. Tab open and then closed. Am I cooked? Well, I accidentally clicked a link. Oh, in the Twitter bio. So here's the question: why are you on an OnlyFans bots bio? Bedroom. You were already cooked before that. So I'm trying to figure out what can we do to make this ridiculously cool and easy though. They be following me. Oh, so do you click on every person who follows you account? Because I'll tell you what. If surely there's a followed. Oh, I was removing followers. Oh, yeah, sure. Sure, me too. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Who should I remove? No, these all look like dudes, so I'm not interested in that. OCaml on Rails, OCaml Elixir. Yes, I want to figure out how we can make a whole. I want OCaml off the rails. Okay. We were already cooked before. Yeah. Elon's cracked down on slowed down my X career. That's funny. Finish the sequel in OCaml. True, Dave. That's another important aspect. But okay, so here's part of the problem, Dave. I kind of got to decide, are we committing to Riot Stack? You know what I'm saying? Because a bunch of these other ones, like I'm looking at Reactor, it's using LWT, right? Like I was building it on top of, so that's why I need to know. Because I like the Riot Stack strategy. I could still maybe build some of the SQL generation stuff without it, but I was building it on top of IO Drama Incoming. Leandro told me he's going to add peak OS support, okay? He told me. Data learning, HTTP server, email, logging, batteries, kitchen sink. Yep, kitchen sink included. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. LWT or EIO? Well, I'm not writing LWT. I have OCaml 5. I'm not doing it. Let that equal sink in. True. I'm not going to do it. Because, Dave, I think it's a lot to ask a newbie to figure it out. That's currently where I'm trying to figure out. I also don't like it as much. Like, I would rather just write effectful style. Right? So my thought is we should pick one. We should pick an effectful style one. Anyways, effectful style seems better because we can take advantage of multi-cores and then we can really laugh at people. You know what I mean? Like we like a multiple, like, you know, proper multi-core solutions. Because then we can really laugh at JavaScript. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now you just buy you get big beefy Hetzner, right? And now you have 96 cores and you actually use them all. Now that's pretty good. That's pretty good, right? Instead of like, we have to get 96 computers and we use one core on each. JavaScript is the best. Big BV Hetzer. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. How can we make DHH think, OCaml is actually kind of cool? That's my North Star. Okay? That's my North Star right now. How can we make DHH say OCaml is pretty cool? So I can clip it and then make that as a new sub sound. When someone subs, instead of Chris Latner saying it, we'll alternate between Chris Latner and DHH. OCaml is actually my favorite. DHH. That's what we're looking for. Right? Guys, can you imagine? Maybe OCaml is the opposite of DHH style. Wrong. Fake news. Not true. Show OCaml to DHH and tell him no parents. What? Build something that replaces a part of... Consider writing proxy and Go. He's the mid-Rubians and the be-all and end-all. The cracks are showing. The cracks are showing! Exactly. So now imagine, what if we write something that looks... Now we just write something that looks like a Ruby thing, except the compiler tells you before you run. So you don't have to write 1,000 tests. OSDHH said half my name before, so we're pretty close. Deegan Bob. Listening back to it afterwards, I was like, yeah, it really didn't sound like Began Bot. I should have enunciated a lot more on the first round. I was like, that's on me. Began, that's on me, buddy. I'm sorry. Gaslight DHH using React through OCaml JSX transpiling. See, this is what we're trying to do. OCaml off the rails. No, that's what we're trying to do. Otter. But I did my best for you, Began. I did my best. Who's ban him? No, I'm just kidding. 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 YouTube DH8 is right about everything. I'm just kidding, Graph. Here you go. Great interview. Camels can't ride trains. That's a solid point. You've got to, well, Graph, hopefully you're back. I was just memeing. Just kidding. JavaScript on Rails. I watch this interview every morning. Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. Okay. All right. Just wanted to make sure. I've been having it lately where when Nightshade bans me in Prime Strat, I have to refresh the page. So, but otherwise I wouldn't notice that it was unbanned. So I was a little worried. You thought you got permabanned for real. There's a force of nature on that interview. It's so true, dude. I want to sleep. By the way, did you save this video after up? Yeah, all of them go to the VODs on this channel, or if you remember, you can watch them right away, or they go to Teach Daily. Yeah, I thought it was a perma. Yeah. Well, I did. I perma banned you, but immediately unbanned you. I was just memeing. I was just memeing about it. Okay, so my open questions, right? My open questions. We'll compile some of these open questions. How hard to get it so that everyone says just class instead of class name, and would that even work? Okay, so that's one of the questions I want to know. Don't like that sometimes these are mixed between different preprocessors. I know React is stupid, so it's fine, but like maybe we can make it not do that, because I don't like switching between these and having them get messed up. But maybe it's just the way life is. Maybe that's just the way life is. Maybe I have to just accept that. Number 2. Dave, please convince everyone to stop naming things like React Server and instead React Server, like this. We will never get OCaml popular with this naming scheme. Okay. I know it. I know it. We can do a poll right now. Poll. Is Tej right or Dave? Tej, Dave. And they're going to vote against me just because it's my own chat. Okay, Dave's position. Dave says React Server is good, and I'm saying React Server. I don't think there's any way I lose this. I'll be honest with you. Every time I'm saying React Server is good. This one gets a +1 for me, but that's beside the point. That's not on the options. That's not one of the options. True. Honestly, at this point, I would prefer React Server like this over this version. At least then I can laugh. It has to start with a capital R, chat. It has to start with a capital R because it's a module. Snake case with a starting capital is cursed. That's what I'm saying. It has to. Def module React Server. We can do, or React dot server is good too, but that doesn't always work because sometimes you need multiple words. But this one, but that's a separate issue. React components start with a capital letter because of Babel transpilation. Can't wait for React Server module names. Just call it React Server.ml. This is what I already do for projects, and it's way better. What do we just write? OCaml 2, change the naming system. Don't have every module be global scoped. Fix the entire language. Modules being global scoped is very based. Otherwise, you have the 95 imports coming at the top. I just literally call it like this, Dave. Honestly, I would start thinking about naming every file ML like this, since that's exactly what the module looks like anyways. I have been considering doing this for all of them. Syntax and module names. So I've got, no, these are open questions. I have other things. I sent Leo a long list yesterday of things to fit. Accepting the loss. Complaints are what? Accept. That's what I'm saying. We can. Here, we'll do a different one. I'll make a new poll here. If you came across the syntax, what's advent of code going to be? Okay, well, it's not gonna win, but it's okay. Chat, quick, help me out here. You know what to do. If you came across this naming scheme, your reaction would be, if you came across a naming scheme, I want to say like this. When you see a variable named React server, I don't want to put React server component here because people will, they're gonna over-index on React. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna over-index on React. So let's say like long module name. Your reaction would be, and let's make a poll. Where are my emojis? Emoji. Vomit. Choice number 1. Hello? I need a thumbs up. Thumbs up.
It's a difficult topic, but I think I finally have the best definition.
Actually, what we should do is we'll go here. We'll take this one. And we'll add another one here. This will be number 3. This will be here. This will be here. Because I guarantee you, it's not just going to be thumbs down. I guarantee you, it's going to be vomit. And then we'll do see results. Okay. We'll say variable cased like this. Variable name? No, module name. I know that it's for modules only, but I'm trying to make it as not OCaml specific as possible. One day, when you see a variable named variable cased like this, your reaction would be thumbs up, thumbs down, see results. What do you want me to say? An identifier with the following capitalization strategy. But identifier doesn't even show. Capitalization like this. Capitalization like this. Casing. With the following casing. Your reaction would be this. I'm going to post this. I guarantee you it's going to be vomit. Even chat, even though they like to watch me lose, my guarantees looks good. This is your brain on OCaml. This is your brain on OCaml. You think, oh, other people are going to do this. There's no way. Pascal snake case is crazy. Socialism is the future. 1% hope of winning. There's no chance. Is class name still in question? That's still an open question that I would like to think about more, but I don't know. Everyone click see results. Dave's out here voting. I already know it's 1 out of 11. It's Dave. Okay. We don't have a large enough sample size yet to hide who voted for what. I am telling you. We're all walk the dog, listen to our show, and listen to the pod of Ginger Bill. Love this take on package manager. Oh, nice. I am the 9%. I like how you might lose to thumbs down when vomit is still an option. Like, think about how bad this is. I'm going to go grab some more coffee. Speaking of shilling, did you guys know you can go to terminal.shop right now and you can purchase some artisan blend coffee while supplies last? Some more terminal coffee? Drinking artisan blend? I am. First Tailwind and now this. So, Dave, first off, oh my goodness, it's getting worse for you. Pascal Campbell snake case. I'm with you that I think probably for most people, Tailwind overrated. Okay. But I've got a coworker who really likes it. Coworker. I mean, just at terminal.shop. So for him, I'm figuring it out. I'm not saying it's not good. I'm saying it's overrated. Those aren't the same things. Shaking my head, Dave is still on about Tailwind. Don't worry, Dylan, you're with me, right? Dylan, what would you vote on this one? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Dude, I love kebab case. I love kebab case. I don't like kebab case with that strategy. I'm fine. I mean, to be fair, we know Dylan doesn't have any taste. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm saying? Like, okay. I prefer this to. I'd defer to the team. Someone has a strong opinion. Nice. I have a strong opinion. What was this? Oh, it's the triangle scheme. It's a triangle scheme. A triangle scheme. Class name property element or set the value of class attribute. Wait, so class name works? Wait, did React catapult this into a thing? So both of them work, is what you're telling me. Class is an HTML attribute, while class name is a DOM property. What am I supposed to do with all my subscribers then? String variable versus the class or space separated classes of the current element. I think that's where React got it, actually. Oh, really? Oh, then I don't have as much problem with this. Wait, but does this mean anything can use class name? Can you make a pyramid OCaml to compete with the triangle scheme? We'll have to see. Use React server fixed. YouTube chat. Class name is for inside JS, class is for in HTML. Okay, so when I set this via the DOM, it will set the class. Right? How do I do? Can't I like send this to the console or something? Stores global variable. Nice. Temp1. Temp1 dot class name is H1 or something. I don't know. So does this update that thingy? Class? Where did my notes go? Oh, nice. Okay. Got it. Yeah, yep. OCaml parsing is weak. Can't have a labeled argument with class, neither with type. Yep. Yeah, I know that part. I know that part. I'm with you on that. I'm wondering, am I, a newbie, gonna have to write out the React component by hand, or will I just do MLX forever, right? Addition components, NHLX, let's say you have an app element, this, home, class name, DS, content, and the home component, function, class name, show, class name this, meaning you cannot use class here as an identifier. So for simplicity, React translate class name to class, so every element, even native, would have class name. Okay, I'm following you. Free gift cards method, 2024? You guys think we should click or what? What's that kind of question? Well, because then I don't care. No, I know I'm going to have to write components. Am I going to always write the components in MLX? Or reason? Because if so, then we can make it so that, but shoot, if we change something about MLX, probably want to change about reason, so it's the same thing on both, right? That's kind of annoying. We can't just change reason willy-nilly. People actually have that in production. Okay. Alternative proposal. Deprecate reason completely. Move everyone to MLX. I don't think I'm gonna get buy-in on that one though. Okay, that's fine. Regardless, in the PPX, you don't want to have access. You don't want to have access to props. Yeah. Okay. All right. It's fine. We'll leave class name. I'm not getting stuck on this one. I don't really care. That's not that good. This one, I'm willing to be like, we should really do it. The people have spoken. Where did my poll go? Literally half of it. Okay, as I said, you're losing the thumbs down. Reasonless, serverless, exactly. So I'm bringing React to OCaml is like introducing a function to autocorrect. Well, React has some good ideas. It's JavaScript that's the problem. Copium. But guys, I don't know if you understand this. Here's a web browser. People use this a lot. Okay? And people make a lot of money and build a lot of products doing stuff here. So the real thing is, how can we get OCaml to be here where people can make money with it? Okay? Talk to Dave. He's doing that at his company. Wasm. No, that's worse. Wasm's even worse than JavaScript. I don't need to like calculate numbers. Port live view. That's literally part of what we're doing. That's one of the options. Ever heard of terminal.shop? Great point. That's a solid point. Wasm mentioned. Wasm not ready. Yeah, we're not going to do Wasm anyways. The tooling sucks. Everything's bad. Okay? Make OCaml easier. That's the other thing we're trying to do. Phoenix is good. That's Leo's idea for sidewinder. Where did we put sidewinder? Well, here, we can look at it here. I didn't really fully... So there's some shenanigans going on here. Teach, drink some water. You're losing your voice. No, it's not that. Exactly. That's what we're trying to do. Hoping Moonbit makes Wasm awesome. Yeah, in the meantime, I want OCaml to be good. Because this is basically that's how. So I think live view is good for some stuff, but the problem is I want to do something. I think there is something smart about React server components, chat. Okay? Believe it or not, I think they have some good ideas cooking there. Now, is it confusing because they called it React server components and the first thing that you read is using React server components without servers? Yes. Yes, of course. That's confusing. They need different names for things. Yeah. But doing something like where was Reactor? Do I have that downloaded? Am I in it anywhere? RC without servers. Can you show, please? It's literally in the examples. You click React server components without a server. It's the first thing that it says. It's literally the first thing you read. Server components, I think it's a bad name. I think it should be, I don't know what the right name is, but this one seems bad. Pre-rendered React components, ahead of time React components. I don't know what it should be, right? But you can do this in your bundling stage. Okay, so your bundler can do this. It's pretty unrelated. Oh, did I miss something? Are you bring NeoVim? I'm wondering if NeoVim source code definition. Yeah, of course. Yeah, anything LSPs can do, NeoVim can do too. A bundled component, also not that bad. React server render, but that's the thing. It's not really like about your server. I wouldn't really consider like your bundler like the server. You know what I'm saying? That's like I wouldn't consider your CI/CD pipeline the server. Right? I don't think I'm being crazy on that. React server, but not really. Well, that's why I don't think server is a good name. I think they should say RCs are designed to execute code on server. No, they're not. They're literally not. You can literally read it right here. That's not it. The separate environment is the server. Server components can run once at build time on your CI server, or they can be run for each request using a web server. So I think compiled components would be fine. Pre-rendered components would be fine. Ahead of time, right? Then we can pre-render Django. No, because you can also do it pre-recorded. I don't know about that one. The problem is they're also building the React compiler, so I don't think they can call it I don't think they can call it, it's like 19.this, right? I can look at the 19 version. They also have like React compiler or whatever, so it's too confusing to call it comp time. Would be okay, except it's confusing because what is compile time for JavaScript? It actually makes sense for OCaml to call them comp time components. Oh, reason is good. Reason. So Aid, I just like the ML style syntax, right? But I think reason is just another syntax front end for OCaml, right? So it's literally like you could write reason for one file in your project. You can write OCaml for another file in your project. They work together just fine. They literally go into the same compilation chain. It's like this. It's like this. Reason file. Reason. Whoops. Reason. ML file here. Okay, you can have this .ml.re. Compiler. Puts it here. Boop, 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 puts it here. Boom. Same thing. Doesn't matter. So you can use both of them with each other. Totally fine. I like MLX. This guy right here. No, I didn't want to search for that. MLX. Here you go. This one. To be honest, that is how Dune's looking at the moment. New Dune package management thing. Dune ci.dune.dev. This one. ci.dune. What is the Dune? Dune.ci.dev. There we go. This one. Check this out. Makes it very easy to get started. Very good. Plus 1,000. But build time, RSC payload is just a way to cache this, not the goal. ci.dev is a crazy good domain. I know. So the scribble at the top of the last doc. Oh, I see. No, this was explaining the big JS conspiracy. Okay, that's a separate problem. That's a separate problem for a separate day. I already told Jane Street I wouldn't talk about this anymore if they start sending over some sponsor money. So just throwing it out there. So make it static. Yeah. What up with you, Long? Bro should write his own HTTP server and see. Thinking about something. What's up, Nicola? Welcome. Next chat. Do. Build time RC payload is just what. No, but like, I don't think you're understanding. Like, it can run not on the server, right? So I get the LSP in that setup and see where we end up. Okay, sweet. Yeah. I think the MLX experience is a little bit tough if you're not familiar with Dune right now. I sent a bunch of suggestions yesterday to Leo that hopefully we can make this simpler for people. So hopefully within the next, like, I don't know how long it'll take for some of it, but it's getting actively worked on, I would say. I think MLX is very cool. I'm liking it a lot. We have, I think the Mapers RC fetch data on server and then serve that to the user so client doesn't have to fetch. That is one of the main purposes, yeah. Did I already have Reactor here, right? So let's do browser example. Where does he have a good example of this? Browser only. Here you go. So this right here, which I think this is so cool. I feel like we're so close to this. I'm just trying to wrap my head around everything that's going on. MLX is just XML. It's true. It works great with it. It's literally no different. It's exactly the same. I've had no problems with it so far. Component. Dope. MLX is used because XML is taken. But this is so cool. Browser only, on click. This gets put inside of here. When you compile this and then you put this in the browser, this part gets run on the browser. That part's awesome. You can write the reactive parts in the same language as everything else, right? This is the thing everyone always says. This is why I have to have TypeScript on the back end. I feel like JavaScript on the back end is not that good. Why not just get your good language to the front end? Right? Let's move a good language to the front end instead of taking a bad language to the back end. So that's what I'm trying to figure out how to do. Yeah, I don't know who thought JS backend is a good idea ever. Well, now, I mean, to be fair, because of the billions of dollars spent on making it happen, it's not your worst option. But I still don't like it. Still doesn't spark any joy for me. You know what I mean? Like, it's a reasonable option to pick now. It just feels bad. Jason the kernel though. Ooh. Now we're talking. It's not, but if I had gone almost any other amount of language, it would be much better. Yeah. Twitch streamers, on the other hand, are a bit true. Nice stash. Thanks. Thank you. It's easier than C. It's true. Probably have less security problems. I just wrote some React to control the time zone on your CPU. Ooh, nice. New date. Date time. On press. Succeed. Event. Enable increment, decrement, reset. Print hello. I. Make. Promise to. Message. Rewriting Rust in JS. Finally, a project we can get behind. What's up, Sin? New date and just cut to a bunch of people screaming. That's funny. Oh, we do need to check on our poll. We do need to check on our poll here. I'm going to submit this as an issue to OCaml. I'm just going to submit this poll as an issue. It's the most niche unknown programming language you have used. M. Export components. About mode. M is a programming language? No way. Yep. I wrote it professionally. Wait, what are they cooking in OCaml-landia? Oh, we are cooking hard. It would be funny if thumbs up would be overtaken by C result as well. Yeah, more people are just saying, I'm kind of interested in what everyone else says. More than thinking it's good. What in the world is going on in this stream? We're learning about React server components. We're going to put them into OCaml. Everything's going to be happy. And we're going to have a good time. Okay? Server components into OCaml. This is the front end crossover they warned you about. It's a brand new season, boys. It's a brand new season. We finished our real work. We shipped our C course for boot dev. Now it's time to live here. So the only problem is, like, obviously when we're on the browser side, we can't use OCaml effect shenanigans, right? We have to actually use like LWT-ish. Do you know how RC work under the hood, by the way? That's what we're going to read about as well. I was thinking about just reading the entire RFC so I could understand what's going on. But I don't know, do we know if this is up to date? Does anyone know? No clue. So I don't know. That's what I want to do. We're going to probably do this at some point today, or at least start this. I'm just exploring some of the existing options, and I'm also making Dave get angry. So it's like, it's a combo day. It's a solid day. I love the result of this poll. Can I rate you small pastebin with explanation? Sure. I mean, I'll definitely read it. You don't have to, but I'll definitely read it. I already have read some stuff about it from Dave wrote some stuff about how they did this inside server in React. I of course want to steal everything that's in Reactor because I feel like that's really interesting. But I'm not sure. I read some blogs on RC. There are some useful ones when searching React server components without a framework. Yeah. Which is kind of like what we probably would end up doing, you know? So, because I have gotten far on the, like, kind of like the reverse version, where it's like, I'm just writing OCaml, and we're going to compile it to JavaScript, and we just put that, like, this is all OCaml, right? It's not the most exciting reactive site of all time, right? But it's like, it's all OCaml. It just works. It's very cool this way, right? But now I'm trying to explore, okay, what if we wanted to have, like, I want to run a server and it's running OCaml, and then we're going to put JavaScript on the front end. What can we do? How does this happen? What is going on? That's what that's the part I'm trying to figure out, right? And so, I mean, yeah, because Andre like wrote a bunch of this already, so I don't know if I need to do. I don't even know what I'm supposed to do for a bunch of these. If I would use this. I also don't like that a bunch of it's LWT. It makes kind of sense in some ways that it's going to be a promise, because we have to do, like, we can't get around that when we get in the browser, we have to use promises. Like, we can't pretend that that's not the case. But it's also sort of like, we have better tools in this. What is LWT? It's like a promises library. It's a super not full answer. But like for thinking about it, it's like a way to do promises in OCaml. So when you see something like let star, are you finding ghosty? It's good so far. I don't know if we have any in this example, but like I did want to see what oh, interesting. Dream React, Dream Render, links, scripts, apps. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. OCaml, my camel. What's up, Nix? Interesting, interesting. Kind of makes sense for some of these that like, okay, we do kind of need to do like a promise, I guess, huh? Using an OCaml color the functions, it can actually do both. It depends. So it used to be that it had to color the functions mid-north before OCaml 5. And OCaml 5 introduced two important things. First is it the primary one for not having to color the functions is called effects. Effects are, you should think of them, short answer once again, as resumable exceptions. So they kind of like raise and then you can resume. Did OCaml 5.3? This one comes with the effect syntax, right? Can I use this yet? Been using dedicated effect syntax on level 3? I've tried it. Yeah, it's awesome. I tried it for a simple one and it's great. I don't know if everything supports this yet though. Sounds like a wait to me. Congratulations. You have found one example of a use case of resumable exceptions. Indeed. In fact, await is one of the use cases that they basically do, right? Except you don't have to write await. You just write it in direct style. I must be a senior dev. EIO. EIO. I don't know if they got any really simple examples in this. Sometimes these ones are kind of multi-core support. Sure, here you go. This is obviously a like kind of dumb example because it's just doing addition. Okay, I get that that's stupid, right? You know what I'm saying? But like actually this one isn't a very sweet example because these just start on two different cores. Let me see if there's a good example of one that does. So interact is an example of how effects work. Yes, because it just catches it and resumes it basically, right? Let me see if there's like a... This one's not that exciting because you're literally doing promise await. Where's a good example of one where like it shows that you don't have to do this if you don't want to? You throw a promise and then catch it and resume, yeah. Fibonacci as an example. I'm trying to see what would be a good one where it's like Mutex. Probably Mutex would be one, right? What's up, Denzel? Good to see you. So let's see. Atomic file save, atomic file load, conditions. None of these show super big examples here of this, right? But it's like you don't have to call await on the function. You would just do like mutex create or condition create, right? And you would just use the mutex and then do this. Any advice for someone new looking to learn programming languages? Hashtag add, but I think bootdev's pretty good if you're looking for something that can guide you. Otherwise, I would say you just need to find a project that you're interested in doing if you're like at the stage where you can write your own code, and then like go build it for yourself. That's the thing I like about boot, of course, is that you build things. No, Dream is not switched to EIO. Yeah, I'm happy that I'm with bootdev and I have a promo code, but it makes it a little complicated to do. Which wraps JS promise and makes it a real monad. You could also implement something like how effect TS does effects. It's been 10 years. Anyways, no, someone was just asking about colored functions in OCaml. Open readiness for 3.0. Yeah, what is our current set? So like OPAM, these probably don't work yet. So I'm not gonna do this yet because I was gonna show OCaml 5.0, but I don't think it's really ready. Because I really like the effect syntax. I think that'll be very big for people actually wanting to use effect handlers. Have you tried it yet, Dylan? Oops, that's not the right one. Your mom got him. I mean, look at this. Look at this right here. Instead of writing exception, you just write effect. So you just call a function and you just say, here's the effect. Oh. Right? It's basically the same way that you could write. Do you write? I never remember if you write all the way exception. Yeah. E. This, right? Something like this. Go to. We did go to and come back actually in this one. So it's some pretty good code, if I do say so myself. For the first time seeing something else than Vim. Well, I don't know what you're saying. We're in NeoVim right now. But we do have go-tos in OCaml if you want them. Like me. The latest state of OCaml can be in this and compared against OCaml 5.3. Oh, cool. Interesting. I never tried this before. But where is it? 5.3 is not here. I can't see yet, so it just must not be ready to even look at yet at all. Okay, cool. Anyways, well, that's getting distracted, chat. That's getting distracted. Let's go back to here. Oh, this one's fine. This one's fine. Teach various documents is a good way to edit files on a remote server using my local admin config. I don't know, just SSH or Vim. Yeah, I think you can do like edit SSH and then like the stuff here. Now you're doing React comps. Well, we're exploring lots of different stuff. Hey, see sewing. Thanks for hanging. I gotta go in like an hour as well. Oh, this is the one I wanted to look at. I wanted to look at where did I put reactor? There we go. What do you think more fun, a Mongo to Postgres migration or set up CI to CD? I don't know. I don't know anything about either of those. Realm. So I was kind of interested, like, what does this do? To JSON. Let's compare these. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's interesting. It's like making a universal JSON thing that works for both of these. That's cool. Nice. Are you using OCaml built-in standard library or one for JStreet? I usually use the one of the ones from Jane Street, but right now I think neither because I'm looking at someone else's. Time to switch to Nix OS. Big brain. Big brain strats. Oh, now we're talking. Okay, so this totally makes sense though. Where does he use promise inside? Oh, it's both of them have a promise. I see. Okay, they make both of these wrapped, false, pre-process. Got it. So this is like he's making it so that you can have something that's okay. One's for so it's like realm .browser versus realm.native. Yeah, and depending on which one you need to do, you have to use different stuff, which makes sense. Right, so inside of here, we should see realm.native and also realm.browser. Yep, this is the melange mode one, and then this is the native mode one. Very cool. Okay, so do you think let keyword is strange? I don't think so. No, I don't know. What about it would be strange? Fix Darwin to manage system services and everything, really. System wide. You can do your whole life on Nix. Closure unironically. No. This is Dune, which does happen to use Lisp, or probably more technically, S expressions. Well, sounds like it's not word, unlike var, which is short for variable. You're saying let this equal this. I don't know. Seems fine. Let could be short for lettuce. It could be. That's true. I'm just saying, like, let this thing equals this thing. Why is there a backtick? These are called oh no, what's the kind of variant that they're called? Now I forgot the name. I don't remember. Open variants or something like this. Polymorphic, thank you. Polymorphic variants of a Boolean? What do you mean? Saying this, I don't think this will work right now because I'm not. Okay, well, LSP is broken on this. What on earth is a polymorphic variant Boolean? Okay, we give example. This project is fine. Homepage. Go to, oops. Homepage. Let x equals hello world. Okay. Sounds like something should plus. No. Let y equals another thing. I will do 7. Let handle v match v with hello name print end line hello. Another, yeah. Okay. So this says, hey, I can handle anything that's another of int or another or hello of string. Now, if we change this to be s, what's it going to say? I can handle anything that's another of string or hello of string. So this is just saying, I'm going to match anything that does these things. They're polymorphic. They can be different types. So we can go handle x. This will work. Handle y. This will not work. This says, hey, I expected something that looked like another of int, but this one's another of string. Okay. Okay, my bad. You're right. I meant to make this a number. Okay, now it works because we made this one a number. False. Okay, it says that one's not right. Change it to a Boolean. Now it works. Right, and we don't have to do type something hello of string. Whoops. Another of bool. Bring this into scope. Make sure it does this. Blah blah blah, and a bunch of other things. Lets you do this. Not only that. Suppose you have something like this. Type options or something like this, right? And it's like you would do something like this, and you'd say hello of string, and then you could say another of bool, something like this, right? Okay, so options looks like another of bool or hello of string. Those are the only options that we have for this thing, right? But if we said handle hello this, it's gonna say, dog, all I can do is hello of string, right? Another b like this. So this doesn't know that it's this thing, but we could tell it this must be of options. Now it knows that it can only be these variants, right? But that means we could also do this and it's gonna say, dog, you haven't handled all of them. True. You're right, I haven't. You're right, I haven't. Yeah, you can make it covariant or contravariant or a bunch of other stuff like this, right? So you can make it so that this is like it can be greater than this or less than this or some other things like this. There's other options. With primitive types as well, or are you forced to do polymorphic variants? Well, you cannot have something that's more than one type. Something cannot be let y, and it can't be like int or string. This is illegal. This is not a real thing. This is gross and disgusting. If your programming language lets you do this, you should be embarrassed. Okay? Gross. This is not good. Gross. Nah, I love it. Mixed nuts, that makes sense. Always has the worst takes. Okay? It's just bad. All right? Instead, you have to have one type. So you can say it needs to be something from options, right? And that's not right. You need to tell it what it is. So we'd say hello of this. And this works just fine now. Right, so these are polymorphic variants. The interesting thing is you can have another one like this. Type. You can say like hello is hello of string, something like this. And then I think you can do something like this doesn't work, does it? It does. Okay, yeah, I couldn't remember if this works. So you can actually compose these together. Saying like, okay, well, this one's hello and this one's this. I'm pretty sure this works. Right? So you could have something that takes hello, or you could have it take options. So you can smush these together with polymorphic variants. That's the like power compared to this. Type first hello of string and type second hello of string. These are different hellos. Okay, this hello is different from this hello. You actually can't have them both be there. Let y first is hello of world. You can't go let x second equals y. No, these don't work. They can't be shared. But if you change this to hello of this and hello of this, maybe this will work. Actually, I have no idea. I've never tried it just like this. It does work. Nice. So you can do this because they're polymorphic variants and they match. Maybe this won't work. World. Yeah, this doesn't work. Saying I actually don't know how to do this. I can't do that. But I think you can do this. Let first is y, like this. Yeah, both of these work because we know y is hello of string, which means it's going to match inside of this. So you can do a bunch of cool stuff with like combining types and some other options. But yeah, did Twitch just defend TypeScript type system? I think so, yeah. So it's very cool. So if that's sort of the polymorphic, is that it's polymorphic over different types, right? See, and then these things are like the same, which is very cool. So I think I can go hello here or hello here like this. I think both of those will work. I just say this. Yeah. And then those will all work together, which is very interesting. So you can play a lot of cool tricks with this game as well. I was playing with this at one point in Octane. I don't remember what package. Octane. I was playing with some options here where you could have something like, okay, you have SQL string, bytes, blah. You have all these SQL types. Here's all the possible SQL types. Here's the numeric types. Here's the textual types. And you say you have some column where it could be like a string or an integer. You have some name, and now it's a SQL string, SQL int. Well, then what you can do is you can actually have expressions on those, and you can do sort of like calculus. Really algebra. But it's in lambda calculus. So here's an example. You say, okay, here's equals. You have something of one type and another type, and you get back a bool. So now, you know, anytime you call algebra, what you get out of it is this. You always get out a bool. Well, that's actually pretty cool, right? And you can solve this in the type system. So when you would use equals in something, when you're constructing a query, you know you're going to get out a Boolean. That's pretty dope. Right? Charoot, charoot, cha. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Ryan's just always trying to throw shade at me.
Right. Prime reads one article about Rust and rage quits? Really?
Oh, but I'll call it OCaml. Oh.
So Prime has one article of the day about Rust and he's rage quitting. Man, that's crazy. Hey guys, I don't know if you knew, but if you're a subscriber, you can get a theme song too. Like all of these really cool people up here in the chat. He's too scared to code in front of us. That actually makes sense. That actually, okay, now everything's tracking. Heard you program on Emacs. Many such cases, check. So what's up, everybody? Noob. Nice.
OCaml is actually my favorite.
You need your next video with Prime in Tron costumes. Why? It can only be 5 seconds. It cannot be 28 seconds. I don't know why you thought 28 seconds was going to be valid. That seems crazy. Can the terminal shop sell soup? I'm sick. I'll put it in. I'll put it in. Put it in the mix.
Actually, my favorite.
Okay, we will come back to this momentarily. Let's bring on V programming language, aka VLang. I don't think about it really. Sorry.
The missile knows
I'm doing
where
great.
it is
I
at
just read
all
something about Rust.
times.
I thought it would be nice
It
to do
knows
something that's
this
less
because
painful.
it
So I'm going to
knows
read
where
about the
it
VP
isn't.
debate last night. You can just watch Asmongold's reaction, Prime. That's everything you need to know about politics these days. The Undertaker theme song taken? You can submit your own, so it's fine. If it's repeated, it's just going to be embarrassing. The s'mores a gin. That sounds great. You got Prime marked as a suspicious user. Moderation working perfectly. Exactly. That's how we know it's right. Can you explain the VP debate in NBA terms? Yes. They played a game against each other, and you'll have to decide who scored more points. Who is Asmund Silver, though? Asmund Bronze? That's Yapseen. I don't know who took Silver, though. Here comes the train. Time for level 40. How do we set the theme? You do bang theme song for the info, but you need to be a sub for it to work. So it won't work if you're not a sub. Asmund Diamond? Yeah. We're doing React in OCaml. Yep. We're doing React in OCaml. So for those of you who don't know, me and Prime have a podcast together, topshelf.fm. This website is made with OCaml. Okay, this website is made with OCaml, but it's actually JavaScript. How do we do that? Well, we just treat JavaScript. We treat JavaScript like a compilation target. Right? Like here. JavaScript is the new assembly. You heard it here first. But it's OCaml, right? So we write OCaml and then we just pretend when we're done. You're being American, have to put up with a joke that they have for government. Okay? Yes, everyone else's government is perfect and working great these days. Amazing. It is uniquely American problem. Colin compiled JS too. I don't know. Teacher, you guys gonna have Lex on top shelf? That would be awesome. I don't know. That C# stream is so good, we need complete series. Don't worry, Prime and I are cooking right now. We are cooking. While we're the only ones with a bad government. True. We are cooking. Prime, I've been in talks. Okay, I've been in talks for some more ideas. The stand-up meeting part was so funny. Thank you. We're gonna have other jokes and other things to do. By the way, chat, I could use your votes in this poll. We don't need to pick which governments don't suck, chat. You can go discuss that in Hassan's stream or something. You're in the wrong part of twitch.tv.
Actually my favorite.
You're not going to convince anybody of your opinions in your Twitch chat. The only thing that's likely to happen is people think that you're stupid. Was it Bang theme song? It sure is. Top Shelf, you also using React? It's also using React. Theme song. Yeah, it'll tell you how. Haven't even got a callback. Yeah, sorry, Beacon. I don't want to convince anyone. No politics. Smart. I can confirm chat is stupid. True. We think about the lover boy greeting over here. Big brains. There were a couple lines that I was so happy with thinking. Train, if we get to level 40, I will do a mullet for at least, you know, a few months. And I'll shave this part of my facial hair. So we'll go just mustache and mullet, just like Prime, chat. Don't worry. With hair extensions, no, I'll just keep getting a few more haircuts to get it more and more mullet-ish over the next, say, 3 months or so. Maybe even 6 months. If Prime is going for it, then I'll do it too. Need mod, please? Never. I already know what you spam in Prime's chat. I'm not allowing it here. How much for Minion Orange Head? There's only one option right now. You know what I mean? It's like, it's the mullet thing or nothing. We can't have multiple side bets going on at the same time. Crimson, if you want a longer one, you can upgrade to tier 3 sub. Or I can try and hard code it for you. Since you're a big gifter, so I don't think you need to go to tier 3 sub, but tier 3 subs do get longer theme songs. Nightshade is harassing me. Take his mod then. Welcome to the club, dude. The place has VS problems. Not with that. This is family friendly stream. Please, VS pay to win. It is exactly. Level 40 for mullet, level 69 for orange head. Sure, I will dye the mullet hair orange at level 69, of course. 10 seconds. It's 5 seconds. 5 seconds. I'll get DMCA'd if everyone says 10, Crimson. You would look good with a mullet. Well, then I guess you should want me to get to level 40. How big of a hype train to get a tonsure haircut? I don't know what that is. Is it safe to Google? Yo, thanks, Blunk Daddy. Okay. Tonsure. This chat was actually already asking for this. I'll have to wait. Oh, it doesn't even work, Crimson? Oh, that's funny. I can try and fix that later for you if you want a longer one. I can just try and fix it for you. It just won't happen right now. It's super practical. Can you describe the practicality of it? Flock of seagulls' hair. Oh, holy cow. If I had the hair for this, yes.
OCaml is actually my favorite.
Where does the song trigger? On your first message of the day. Oh. Great reference, Morzagen. Nice work. That guy hair looks like a seagull. If I had enough hair for this, no one knows if you have a tonsure, if you wear a hat. Good point. I could have one right now. You wouldn't even know. Nice. What's up, Crimson? I am the storm. It's a good one. I never had a theme song for me. Maybe I should. Yes, that's literally the point. It's fun. I get to hear when you enter chat. It's great. Is that a front end or a back end haircut? It's middle out, I'm pretty sure. How many subs for you to do a chin strap beard? The problem is my facial hair over here doesn't really get thick enough to really do it. Picking a theme song sounds like a lot of pressure. Well, you can change it anytime you want, and then the next day it'll replay. So it's not that much pressure. It's not that much pressure. You can always change it to the next day. It's a full stack haircut, yeah. What if 100 people put Rickroll? I've been waiting for chat to figure out that they could go together. They could work together as a team and play an entire song. You just do it in 5-second chunks. You know what I mean? Like, I've been waiting for them to collaborate, but it's like trying to get lemmings to listen. Any YouTube video, yes. Obviously, you're going to get permabanned if it's like racist or it has a bunch of curse words or like weird sex sounds or things like this. I'll just permaban you. You know what I mean? It's theoretically possible. Yes, I'm aware. But otherwise, yes, any YouTube song. Nice. I'm safe from a mullet once again. We can do this, guys. We got past Doom episode 1. Tier 3s unite. CGI video is my intro music. Chat intelligence challenge. Banned and permit. Yeah. What if it's prime voice? I think that even 5 seconds will DMC on YouTube. No, usually it usually doesn't. Most of the days don't get DMCA'd. At some point I'll set it up so YouTube doesn't hear the sounds, but it's whatever. The VODs all get uploaded as like subscriber only member vids anyway, so it doesn't matter. I don't get any ad revenue or anything from them. It's really easy. I can help. What's really easy? Why you treat YouTube like second class citizen? It's actually third tier vegan because we have Twitch and then we have X of YouTube separating sound. Yeah, I know. I just like them to hear the sound. That's sort of the what I feel like right now is like I like them hearing the sound, but it also gets a DMCA, so I don't know. That cuts deep. Not you, Jordan. Don't worry. Here, don't worry. LinkedIn should be second class. Oh, I cannot wait. Oof, X comes straight in second above YouTube. Blue Wheel, though dangerous behind the wheel, terrible programming can still serve a purposes. Yeah. Remove sound from the VOD. Yeah, I know. Teach actually reads YouTube chat, though. I do. I sure do. Teach your website written in OCaml as well. It looks awesome. No, Teach.tv is just Obsidian Publish. Okay, I'm out. Time to program. Prime, don't forget we have a meeting in, what, 3.5 hours? Set a timer or something. So don't forget. He's already gone. He's already forgotten. I'm not seeing him later today. I'm literally, it's game over. It's all over now. It's all over now, chat. I'll take his place. Actually, Vegan, you should be there. 4 o'clock Eastern time today. Vegan, you should be there because it's for terminal. I should also be there, honestly. Sorry, we don't need any copy pastas. Give me on Discord, please, before it starts. Okay, I will. Guys, it can only be 5 seconds. I don't know why everyone's putting long amounts of time on here. Thanks for pitching my soup idea. We called an emergency meeting for Crimson.
On Flying Monkey Mountain, Matt and his family.
When you rewrite to Elixir, you can invite me. Dax has been trying, I think. That's exactly what I'm worried about, Streets. That's why we're not invited. Okay, so chat, here's what we've been up to. I was trying to figure out what the heck are server components. Because when I read server components, I'm thinking it probably is a component for the server. And then what I find out, the first heading is server components without a server. And so I'm thinking, are those just components? Or is there some sort of like math that I don't know where we can have React here. Or sorry, no. We want to say server. you know, components, and we're going to subtract server, but we still get server components on the end. How is this possible? Can anyone explain this to me? Right? Server components minus server equals server components. Yeah, no, so I get it. I get what it's doing. I just think it's a bad name. I think it's a bad name. Right? It should be maybe pre-rendered components. I agree, but you can argue it still works. X minus 0 equals X. He's got a point. Right? Pre-rendered components. Ahead of time components. Java server components. Java server instead of JavaScript. Ahead of time components. If you have a server, if you have no server, are you really subtracting anything? Oh, true. We're putting 0 in for both of them. Comp time is good, but comp time doesn't really make sense because you can also render them in the web in a server. Server components minus components equals component server minus 1. True, we could factor that out on both sides. Divide both sides by components, and then we just get server minus 1. JIT components, but it's not really JIT because it can also be here. So that's why I feel like it's ahead of time. Why not just call them React PHP components? Yeah. Server components minus server equals components, but it's not. It's just not true, you know? You don't need JavaScript or React. I think you're underestimating how many people are writing JavaScript on the back end. Non-interactive components. It is funny because like React server components by default aren't reactive, right? So it's like they're not reactive and they're not servers, but they're kind of component. Like, I get the difficulty they're in. I think it's a bad name. I think they kind of dropped the ball on this. Please read the bin. No. So I know a bunch of things about it now. We'll read the bin right now. We'll read it from Diablo Project, and then we'll click on free gift cards private guide after that. Let's say you have your React app. My favorite thing. This app is big, but does not actually do a lot of interactivity. Probably because there's no users. Makes sense. Most of the stuff is related to somewhat secure data fetching. Somewhat secure data fetching. Based. You walk into your app and see that your app is almost like a template engine. Data is fetched only happens one time. You think, what if we do the same thing on server and just send out HTML? Very smart. Very smart. It's like, what if we had HTMX, right? HTMX really broke them. This is a problem RC solves. It chooses by defining boundaries to application, normal client components, and server components. Yes. This part, like, it actually makes sense. I think the problem that it's solving is a good problem to solve. Right? Imagine how this works in a simple case. No server-side rendering. Browser loads the React runtime. Allows to receive kind of HTML JSON, which we'll call the RC payload. Yeah, right. It's just got some payload. Some pre-rendered thing that tells it what to do. When React loads, it sends the server request to get the data. RC payload. Server spins up, starts to generate response. Blah, blah, blah. You can generate response partially. JavaScript is implemented by cements boundary. Yes, right. This is streaming and other shenanigans. After receiving first chunk, React client runtime decodes payload. This payload we can find normal divs and spans, but also something called module refs. Like this is like we can do trees, blah blah blah. Like listens to connections, closes, updates, sends updates, blah blah blah. Yeah, type of this, blah blah blah. This all makes sense. So I'm not saying. Meanwhile, Nix uses kebab case. Kebab case, very based. Wish more languages had kebab case. I'm not saying that this isn't a useful thing. I think this is useful. Like I think it's good. I just think it's a bad name. Right? I can think both of those at the same time. I can walk and chew gum and write OCaml all at the same time if I needed to. Wish imports would be in pyramid shape. True. That is what it's missing out. That is what it's missing out on. So I'm with you. I get that. I also get why you can have server components without a server, but actually generates them on the server, and stores them. Yeah. Naming things is famously hard though. True. But maybe, and hear me out on this one. Maybe if you're getting something from like $1 billion company like Meta and you're doing stuff with React and like half the world is using this to build their websites, and you're going to introduce a really big new feature that's going to change the way everyone thinks about how to use your product, you should like think about the name before you publish it and not have it be bad. And I don't think that it's wrong of me to feel that way. I feel like I'm being super reasonable. React feature 37. It's even better, honestly. It's better because it's not confusing. They could have named it something ridiculous. React Galacticus. I don't know. It's a good name in my opinion. I just don't think you can have this How can you have this sentence and then think it's good? You know? If it was simpler to explain how they actually work, the name wouldn't even matter that much. I think... Right. It's just React Sigma components. Exactly. Have you considered that maybe they thought it was good? But then it seems like they're wrong. Because everyone that I talk to about it gets confused too. I really can go see over us. Don't have a strong preference. On fetch components. React Galacticus. This is just like naming something crazy. W React Sigma Riz components. Yeah. What's something you've named poorly? Probably lots of stuff. But I don't have any projects as influential as React. Right? So I don't think I you know, it's just not as big of a deal. Skibbity React components. Honestly better. Yet. This makes sense if you actually use them in your server.js framework. True. True. No, I think the mailman probably dropped something off. Can you meet the dog, please? Working on it. Brain rot is real. And serverless is a lie. Maybe they're telling us that React shouldn't be so impactful. On demand? I just think like pre-rendered or something is better. Because that's what it is. It's just rendered before you get to the browser. You know? Pre-computed. Something like this. Comp time? Comp time is good, but it's just confusing because comp time doesn't exist. They're not pre-rendered. It says it puts the HTML for Markdown right here. The client will only see the rendered output. Am I just wrong? It says it's getting rendered here. Or you're saying rendered as in like rendered to being seen. I'm saying like rendered to a string. Like you're calling render to string, basically, right? They render after React is loaded. Non-client components. Honestly, non-client would be better. Ask Grug to name it. Good point. We could paste this whole thing in and say, what's a better name than server components? RNC. There we go. Anywhere but browser. Reactionary to HTMX. That's so funny. They should have just called them HTMX components. That's so funny. That would have been way funnier. That would have been so based. String is after React loads, but it can be cached. Just call it HTMX components. And then move on. That's so funny. Gonna call my boy Mark Z to change it real quick. Anyways, I'm not gonna argue about the name. It's fine. It's whatever. I think I understand it a lot better now. But basically, the thing that I want to figure out is how could we use things like naming things the final boss of software? Yes, it's difficult to name things, but it doesn't, like, just saying something's difficult doesn't make it, one, impossible, and two, mean that there's all equally good or bad, right? It just doesn't do anything. It's just naming a truism, you know? Cache invalidation and naming things. Yeah. I'm aware of the two things thing. And off by one errors. Usually is funny when you add that one to it as well. Just because it's hard doesn't mean you should choose the worst option. Look at this. Look at this. React doors. The right way to think about this is there's two environments. When you import a file, you import in your current environment. Some files can only work in one environment, so there are doors between environments for those cases. The use server decoder declares a server component. This is like, it's just everybody, yeah, everybody's been confused the whole time. All by one would be solved with one base indexing. It's true. It's true. Also, nice name, first time chatter. React door opponents. Now we're talking. Server functions are used in React server components. It's the server actions if a server add a function. So now it's called server functions. I think that's a better name. Server functions allow client components to call async functions execute on the server. This seems like a good idea. I like this. I like this better than actions. I think. Server functions with actions. What are server functions can be called from actions on the client. Oh, action like a form action. Got it. Okay. Yep. Got it. It is a little confusing. What is, I guess I also don't know anything about I'm really not a React expert, so I'm coming into some of this without any additional info. I guess action is the thing that you call it when what happens when a form does things. They're trying so hard to not just call them RPC. React procedure components. Time to fork React. AI. Boom. Boom. Server function. I think that's a better name than server actions. To make it more enterprise? I don't think so. I think they're legitimately trying to make it so people can, like, I think people, how can I say this? People underestimate the value of having clear and concise language that everyone agrees on to communicate with each other. It's actually very helpful to have a name for something and to be able to use that name and to load up a bunch of context by having the same name. It's actually useful. It's not just enterprise garbage. It's very useful. I think they're trying to think of good ways to name it. I just think this is a bad one. Right? I just disagree with them that it's a good name. Well, what's all this then? Yeah, agreed, EB. API wrapper and React calling pair. Why would I do for everything as a thingy? True. I think it was the first time call, or do we code here or just watch videos and React? We usually are coding. Right now we're reading to figure out what these things are. Can we offer devs to name things well? I think we should try and expect that. Yeah, I think the expectation should be that, and we should try and work towards it. Yeah. Ubiquitous language. Nice. That's a nice domain-driven design term there. Server React component, but not a server React component. I mean my React component that's on the server side. Yeah. So what we want to get to here, I'll show you guys. There's some really cool projects right now in the OCaml space that are exploring doing something like this. You see how this is a component, a to-do item here? Oh man. VT, great one every time. And we can write OCaml, and then some of it gets compiled into native code, and some of it gets compiled into browser code. And this component has some code that's only on the browser, like this on change. Only gets compiled and put into the browser code, right? So when you have on change right here, this is that same on change.
Made it
right?
properly tail recursive.
So what up, Wagner?
OCaml is
Good to see ya.
actually my favorite.
And then, you have like this list item and it's got a label and an input. And so when you, when you change it, it calls this, right? Very cool. This makes it so it goes only on the browser. Nice. But what I'm trying to understand is how are people doing in React land? Because this currently uses React and like it seems fine. I actually think React feels not so bad when I'm not writing JavaScript. I'll give you an example. We'll go to Get Top Shelf and we'll go to podcast here. And we do something like, I know reducer is not in style in, can OCaml do Wasm? It can, but I think Wasm is just not really ready. I think reducer is pretty nice in OCaml land because you can have something where this is my state. Here are my possible actions. And here is my reducer that handles the actions. So when I create a state and a dispatch here, right, we see our dispatch. When I click this function, it dispatches toggle expanded. So that's how, when we're on here and we click this, that's what it does. So we look at this. What do we do when we toggle expand? Beautiful. We do this. We can go here. I'll just for good measure, right? Can't wait for Mullet November. Well, we haven't quite reached the subtrain for this yet, but we are getting closer. Here we go. So let's put this right here. We'll just do something like put a, let's do count, and we'll change this to an int. We'll say count is 0, right? And then one sec, chat. Okay, so let's say we do something here where we say like increment, and let's just do this, and we'll go here and we'll say decrement, and we can do this, and our other actions would look like this: increment and decrement. And now we don't have any way to actually make these happen, right? And so let's do something here where we do something like, let's display the count here. So we'll just do something like, we'll put it right here. Text font semi-bold, int, and we'll say state.count, right? So this should just show 0 here. Font, H4. Where does it put this? H4 class name, text bold, font semi-bold. Am I putting this in the right spot? ICASS.js title. State count, episode title, episode duration, text large, font semi-bold. We can just put this here. String, oops, format, sprintf, %d, %s, like this. Maybe this will work better. State.count, and then we just delete this. Oh, whoops, I meant to do the reverse of this. State.count. And then, so I still don't know a lot of React, so you just got to hodl with me here. Am I crazy? What is going on here? Oh my goodness, I'm just stupid. I was literally editing example. Chat, dang it, I got distracted, and then we were editing the wrong one. Nice, here we go. Maybe if I did the one that actually matters. Very cool. Increment. Here we go. No, what? Count int here. What are we gonna do? We're just gonna say state with count this, and then we'll do decrement, and we'll do this, and we'll do -1. Okay, awesome. We go to here and we say count, and it's 0. So we'll just rewrite this. So now it should be very easy. If I go like this, and we put this here, and we go int, and we say state count, right? So now we should. Okay, there we go. Nice. Yeah. Oh, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see if maybe this doesn't hot reload, or if it does. I'm not really sure. Okay, so now let's say we do something here. We're going to dispatch toggle expanded. Actually, I think maybe it would be even cooler. We can do this where if we click on the number, probably it does this, right? So let's try this. We'll try. I don't really know. On click, let's go function, and we'll say dispatch increment. Right? Like this. Maybe we'll say decrement instead. We'll do this one, and it decrements it, right? Oh my goodness. There we go. So if I click this, it's going to keep doing this. If I click over here, it won't do that, right? So actually, we'll go, I think it's kind of fun to show this, and we'll say expanded is not expanded, and count is state count +1, like this, okay? Right? So when we click this, it's going to go up. Right? And when we click this part, it's going to go, oh, right. We got to stop propagation as well. That makes sense. Because we don't want this to actually, oops, make the original count happen, right? So we click here. Or I don't know. Am I doing this right? Okay, yeah, there we go. Nice. Right, so we can click over here, and then this happens. We can click over here. So it's like you just make a little bit of a nice little state machine, right? Where you got your state, you've got actions, and then you've got reducers, right? I don't know if you can dispatch two. Can you dispatch two events in one thing? If we go back and we say increment, does this work? Does that actually work? So if I go here and we go dispatch this, can I go dispatch increment? Can you do both of those at the same time? Or does that not? Oh, nice. Oh, so I can just dispatch two events. Even cooler. I didn't know that. Like I said, I don't know a lot about React. But there you go, right? So we just dispatch two events. So it's like, okay, I just write the actions that could possibly happen. I write my state. I write my reducer. We just write all of these, and then we write React. But it feels much more, believe it or not, functional than JavaScript. How do we deploy this? I literally just compile it to JavaScript and host it with Cloudflare pages. Right? So I just have GitHub, TJ DeVries, Top Shell. This right here. There you go. It just deploys this. That's it. So then you go to Top Shelf FM. Like this. Why no Kubernetes? A good question. JavaScript. It's just basically a big JavaScript bundle. Vite handles it. I don't know. Okay, but we actually don't want any of these because I don't want to show you how many times you've clicked. So I'm going to undo all of that. I just wanted to show what you could do. Oh, wait. I do want to delete example, though. Because I know for a fact later we're going to come through here and be like, why is nothing changing? And it would have been because of that. I don't know how I left that in there, but it's good. Is OCaml good for multi-threading stuff? Yeah, it actually can do multi-core, multi-processing as well. OCaml used in 3rd episode, but not in 1st episode. I don't know what to tell you, chat. OCaml 5 gave a bunch of very cool multi-core shenanigans. So, anyways, that's what we've been exploring, right? So we're exploring this whole idea then of, okay, sure, I can write OCaml. I can write OCaml like this. You can write React without JS. Yes, I'm writing OCaml. It compiles to JavaScript. Use the SH? I do. Can we take what React is doing with server components? Can we make a compelling vision of this? Does OCaml have monads? Kind of, yeah. In the sense that like it uses them, but doesn't have like a monadic syntax in exactly the same way as Haskell does. But it does have ways that you can effectively write it in direct style. But so can we take some of these ideas, right? Inlings are in nature good for multi because they use immutable data structure. Yeah. And can we take this and put this into some of the same OCaml stuff that's happening? Because we can already generate React from OCaml, right? That means we should also be able to generate whatever the heck these things are. Now, I still am not 100% sure. The bundler must be doing some magic here, right? When we say use server, it does something different than like what my normal understanding of how this works is, right? Because these things all rely on having some bundler or something that supports this, right? Did you say OCaml's motor can manipulate them? Manipulate what? Manipulate mem? Oh, manipulate mem. I'm not sure what you mean. I'm assuming this must be real then. So maybe a shared variable / memory. Yeah, we can use, there are ways to like modify things. You can use a ref basically, yeah. And different fields can be marked as mutable. So like type X is a mutable f like int, right? So you can set fields to be mutable or not, and then this can update these. Does that mutexes? Yeah, there's stuff to do mutexes and everything as well. So I am thinking about just reading this whole thing. We've added, does this, oh, so this is, I would need to read these updated ones. Or is this like, oh, that's kind of annoying, is it not? Did they not update the original RFC? Right? Is there no like latest up-to-date complete RFC for this? We can read all of them too, it's fine with me. Except I have to leave in 25 minutes. So maybe we'll I don't know, we can do random stuff for a little bit. I'll start reading this maybe tomorrow. And then we'll see. Or we can just start reading this, that's fine. One quick round of Balatro. Quick round of Balatro. The problem is if it's a good game, it's going to take longer than 20 minutes. Or you guys can ask random OCaml questions and we can go over that too. Or we can try something. Oh, I always have it on 4x. Yeah. Like if there's something interesting you want to try in React shenanigans, React server commands are just PHP, we're reinventing the wheel. I don't think that they are though. Like, I mean, I get that it's a funny meme, but it's not the same. Build a to-do list. We're going to do kind of that. Amount of layers, mind-boggling. OCaml, React, and compile.js, and sure transpile for that. Styles or sprinkles, and that kind of really developed these days. Yeah, I mean, ideally what I would like to set up is you barely have to think about those. But then there's points along the way to sort of to do it. So I don't know. We'll see. This one is like much simpler. The one that I have here. This is literally just OCaml to JavaScript, right? It's like, well, JavaScript has React. So, okay, well then it's just regular, right? It's just like writing React effectively, right? But yeah, it's nice this way. It's good. Did you have to type all of React in OCaml? Someone else did, basically, yeah. How do you get the React types? Yeah, there's a React library that you can use. Which basically, like, I think some of this is auto-generated. I wouldn't be surprised if a bunch of this is auto-generated from, like, type.t.ds or something. I don't know. But yeah, so there's, like, everything. A bunch of it's all typed, and you get... I mean, which is really nice, you know what I mean? You get a bunch of really great stuff. Teach, so how does it actually compile something you can deploy? Do you use Vite? I am using Vite, yep. Riddle me this. You don't know anything about FP or OCaml, but never mutating anything in place and newing up entire text or change of field seems like it would be extremely cache unfriendly. So it just depends on how you're writing it. I mean, like, if you're writing it for JavaScript, you can mutate the fields. Like, it's fine. You can mutate things in OCaml, too, for where it matters. But the compiler and, like, the garbage collector is set up for a way that can, at least when you're running it for native OCaml, you can do a lot of things because you know they're not getting mutated, right? So it's good. Yeah, CPU cache. Yeah, I know what you're saying. So, like, for example, like, OCaml has a generational garbage collector, right? So it's built its garbage collector in a way that it expects to create and throw away a lot of small objects regularly, right? Does that make sense? So it's like the language and the way that it's structured is built in a way that can do those things. And then when you need to opt into mutability, you do that like here, right? So you can say this is mutable like this, and then OCaml will treat this field differently than it would treat fields like this. Right? Like, since you know that something's immutable, you don't have to necessarily copy the whole thing. You could actually just, like, share the two. You can just share, like, a pointer to the two. Right? You understand what I'm saying? Because the type system guarantees some of those things, it's not going to do that. It is against the stone tablets of FP. This is why Haskellers don't think OCaml is a real language. No, there's no linearity yet. Jane Street's actually working on a really cool project called Oxidizing OCaml Compiler. Right? So this is like, believe it or not, chat, you can do this. I don't even remember. Is it this? It's like 4 episode equals 1 to 10 or something like this. I don't remember what the syntax is. We even have for loops. You know what I'm saying? Now, I would never write a for loop because I'm not disgusting, right? But yes, but so like this would be generally you don't want to do mutability, but it's like, hey, sometimes you want to do mutability. You know, and that's okay. Sometimes that's the right way to solve the problem. Is this Tailwind or Bootstrap? This is Tailwind. Do you want me to try and explain the bundler side? Apparently checked it's not in the RFC. Really? It's not in the RFC? Yeah, but it's okay. I won't have time to look at it today. We'll maybe read through a few of them later. The stack is there. Fill it up. How do you set up your dev environment hot reload? Veet is hot reloading it in that one. Time for never mutability is the future. Yeah. Mutability and functional language. What is this last one? Yeah. There's a few options. You can do like let x is ref of 0 in this, and then you can do x equals 5. So this changes the value of x, but you can't just do this normally, and you can't just see x equals 5. That doesn't work either, because this says that's not right. So you have special ways to do mutability, so you know when it's happening. And generally speaking, it doesn't happen, right? So it's good. Yeah, structural share. There's a bunch of ways that immutable things are shared better, right? Because the language promises it. What's up, Manoj? But OCaml like lets you do both, which I think is nice. Yeah, mutability often you don't want, but occasionally maybe you're like you want to modify like a buffer as you're reading something and it's mutable only within a local scope. It's good. Right? Like maybe when you're like reading like a stream of bytes, you might want to just keep on appending to the same buffer. You might want to do that, right? This is OCaml. You should OCaml for your next boot. Of course, Lane and I have been talking about it. Mutability short distance. Okay, mutability long distance bad. Yes, exactly. Another cool thing you can do is so here's an example. Let's go. We'll just do like a new page.ml, something like this, right? Is this doing? Okay. Do something. If you have module, let's say like reader, we'll say like buffer reader or something like this, right? And you have some like type T, and you say, okay, we've got like some buffer bytes, and we've got mutable offset like this. This is a great example because it's already like a real thing, right? Okay, end of file this, something like this. This is all we want for right now, right? And then you want to do like let read, and you're gonna say some T, some some buff, and let's just say this, and we're gonna do something inside of here, right? With it. Oops. You'd probably want to do like let make, size or something like this and you're gonna do this, like this kind of idea, right? Okay, we're gonna make one, blah blah. I haven't tried lean 4. I don't know anything about it. You take my hat really mad, right? So what you can do actually though is you could say that this has some signature type T, and then val make int T and val read T, and we just say something like, I don't know, unit, I don't know, something like this, right? I don't really know. I don't really know was, what I'm saying? Like, it's fine. This is just because we have it on profile. Okay, one sec. Just because I'm not using everything, so it's going to complain. Okay, right? In this case, nobody can actually access any of the mutable fields. We've hidden them. So this mutability, you can't even access these, right? It's like let x equals buffer reader make 10. Okay, right? We have x. You can't do x dot buffer. Whoops. Like this. It says this field doesn't exist. Now the field does exist. You just don't have access to it, right? Because like the type is abstract, I think is the right way to say this. So you can have like mutability sort of within a struct like this, right? But then not expose any of that to anybody else, which is a really powerful feature, right? Especially if you want to write something that needs to do something really fast. Sometimes mutability is going to be faster, right? But you can hide away all of those problems, which is pretty cool, right? Or you could say like, let, get buffer next ML. We're working on it, right? You could say like, copy, implement LRU caching in OCaml. Implement LRU caching, like generically. If a variable is mutated, no one's looking, did it really mutate? Good point. Basically, it's private fields. Yes, but you can hide as much of the type as you want, right? So it's like, it's more than just private field, right? It's that you can hide that there exists mutability at all. which is powerful, right? You could completely change this generically for any function. I don't know that you can. I don't think that that's possible in OCaml. Maybe someone has an option with like some sort of PPX you could do it, but I don't know. Macros. Rumors of project views, have you got any? Re-implement something that you like using, okay? Maybe someone has a way to do this. I don't know what it would be though. Like state monad, but comprehensible. Yeah. Oh, there's other things you can do too. Like let's say let star is result.bind, right? You have let example, like x is, so like let's say list value. Why am I not getting any? Let's see, is it like git or something? I don't remember. What's a good thing that I could do? I'm trying to think of what a good example would be. Still conflicted whether I do Gleam versus OCaml. Yeah, they're in some ways similar and other ways not. But so let's say you have something who's like let x is get possible error, you know, or let y is this, and then you do, whoops, sorry, in match y with like okay, y or error like raise e or something like this. I don't know. You might want to do like okay y plus 2, and then in this case you're gonna say error like oh no, something like this, right? But you want to do this a bunch of times, right? So then you're like, okay, let, you know, v is this, and then you're gonna say okay v this. Now you're gonna go okay, inside of here we go, right? So it's like, okay, right, you're gonna keep going blah 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 blah. Well, this kind of thing's pretty annoying, right? This is like where monads are nice. So this like let star is the way that you can do this, which is basically like, this is basically like you know, let x equals something in Rust. Except what's cool is you see like okay why this let could be changed to be different things. So it could be like result.bind, it could be async await, so it's like sort of monadic kinds of things, right? Yeah, Gleam's cool, guys. We don't need to trash talk other languages for doing different stuff, right? It's like, it's fine. Yes, it's similar to that idea, RJs, yeah. It's fine. We're writing OCaml instead of JavaScript, right? For some of the cool aspects, OCaml 5 introduced effects, which is really cool, multicore, and there's been a lot of work on the like tooling ecosystem as well that I think is changing the way the language can be written. So like the thing we're using, Melange, is very cool, right? This is lets you compile OCaml to JavaScript, for example, and the experience is really good, right? So there's like a lot of things that I think are sort of coalescing into one spot to make it a lot more appealing as a language. And I've been having fun writing it, so I'm going to keep writing it as much as I can. OCaml at boot.dev by you. Yeah, Lane and I have been talking about it, yeah. Yes. I'm literally using it right now. I'm literally using it right now. In the project that this project right here, we have Dune package. So I didn't do anything with OPAM. I just run Dune package lock, and it locks everything from Dune. And then it says, okay, I'm going to make sure you have the right OCaml compiler, everything, right? So it's like, okay, you're using OCaml 5.2, blah, blah, blah. This is great. Figures everything out. And then you just do Dune build, and then it will download and build everything. Let's just do an example, right? Let's do rm-rf build. And just completely wipe everything that we built. That was probably stupid, but whatever. We can do Dune build. Profile is debugged for right now. Okay, right? So it already has all these downloaded because we've downloaded that. But like, there you go. Do you still need open install for that, or can I just install Dune? Literally just install Dune. Dune.ci.dev right here. It tells you exactly what you need to do. It actually works really, really great. I'm a huge fan. Yes, exactly. I think it's a big game changer. Wait, is this new Dune? Yeah, you can just try it. It's just there. Right? Here, we'll turn this so that people don't yell. Boom. This is the start. Download. Start a new project. CD into it. Dune package lock. Dune exec. Done. Done. Everyone give Terides and all the other people working on this, Hrefs and change and everything, the big clap for this, okay? It's big stuff. Okay, I'm gonna boot that one. Yeah, I mean, I'm talking with Lane about it. We'll see. It's a big clap for this one because this is the kind of stuff that can really change people's experience. No, it actually uses OPAM under the hood still, so it's not like it gets destroyed. Right? It's that instead it's using OPAM, but all you as the user need to think about is Dune. Yeah, I don't know how much Gleam is really influencing OCaml. Like a lot of the stuff that you're seeing in OCaml has been getting developed for a long time, but yeah. I would say more is probably Rust is probably influencing a lot of the ideas around tooling for OCaml. That would be my thought of the one who like is influencing it much more. But yes. So launch like a library that you install with Dune. Yes. Yep. So then you do something like this, which is we have like a Dune file here, and there's some stuff you need to do, but you tell Dune, hey Dune, please use Melange to emit JavaScript, put it in this directory, do these things, etc. Boom, done. Winglang. I've never heard of it, no. Interesting. You just run Vite inside of that build directory? Yep. So I have like a Vite config. There happens to be a Melange plugin that actually works pretty well. I would like to get this a little more tightly integrated with some new Dune things. So I still sort of want to think about this. You can do a few different options for these. I was just experimenting with some stuff. Then you just run Vite. That's if you want to just generate a JavaScript bundle kind of idea for it, right? What I'm exploring right now is the edge between what if I want to run OCaml on the back end and then run JavaScript in the browser, right? How could we do that? Because we could hypothetically compile OCaml to JavaScript and run it with Node as well, right? Like if we wanted to, we could go full TypeScript route, right? Which is we just write a language with types, except this one has real types, right? We generate something, we could execute it with Node if we wanted to. There's nothing really preventing us from doing that. Is it source mapping though? Artist. That's what I feel like as well. I would rather figure out how to make it run in OCaml. It's not source mapping now, but it's on Melange's like to-do list. Rid of OCaml on the backend. I don't think it completely defeats the purpose because I think you can write much better software, like reliability wise, in OCaml than you would in JavaScript, right? Just like debugging might be a bit painful. Yeah. But I mean, I would rather have OCaml. You know what I'm saying? Like I would rather be running OCaml native. What are the pros and cons of polymorphism via HM types versus structs and interfaces? I don't. What do you mean polymorphism via HM types? Leandro mentioned some gleams with Louis. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, definitely there's stuff going on there. I mean, I'm not saying Gleam has no influence. I just feel like a lot of the stuff that is currently happening in OCaml started a long time ago, like before Gleam was like popularized and stuff, right? In whatever sense you want to call Gleam popularized. Right. Yeah. Like, so that's it. When did you first pick up OCaml? Like a year and a half or 2 years ago or something, maybe. I picked it up for Advent of Code because a guy at my work who I really respected said it was cool, and then I really liked it. So I've just been having fun with it since then. And it's been fun to see it get a lot better in the meantime. I think it like has a lot of chance to be really successful. Inley Milner types versus interfaces. Well, I mean, I like HM types, but I'm just not sure why you're comparing them versus the two. Like HM types, I guess I don't know how they would compare. Yeah. Is any real software in an OCaml? Good question. Said he had to choose not playing. He'd choose to go with OCaml. He said it's his favorite. If someone subscribes right now, you'll see it. Yes, I think so too. I think it had a lot of pragmatic ideas in it, but a lot of like surrounding things around it were not very pragmatic. Yeah, Rust was originally written in OCaml. The kappa afterwards, guys, means that he's baiting. You don't actually have to answer the question. Don't worry.
Made it properly tail recursive. Like, OCaml is actually my favorite.
There you go, Chris Latner saying OCaml's actually my favorite. It's not out of context at all. There wasn't anything else in the sentence. So there you go. Okay, I gotta go. Wow. Hey. Fancy meeting you here at the end of the video. Just go ahead, give it a smash. You know, wow, the like button. You can make fun of me in the comments for that one. I don't even care because you made it to the end of this video. Thanks, everybody. See ya.